Ho, ho, ho! Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Slotted in There. It's our Christmas episode. I'm trying to look a bit festive. I've got my little, snow dog. I brought him in out from the cold. We can't be for too long because obviously we're melting, and that'd be horrific, wouldn't it? And we wouldn't know that. It's not very cute for Christmas. But you know, it's great. We're looking festive and all that lot. Hopefully, we're going to give you some festive delights. Obviously, gaming treats and tech treats, all Christmas related to warm the I don't want to say something moving. Warm, make you warm because it's Christmas and it's cold, and it's very cold in a minute. I'm clearly rambling, so let's move on and let's bring in the other guys. It's Tim and Damien.
Hello. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It's so exciting. All festive and yay.
Although I'm a bit bar humbug in comparison.
Bar humbug, I mean. There's only so much tinsel in the world, isn't there? Only so much tinsel.
I did my Christmas decorating by turning on NVIDIA broadcast.
Yeah.
There's nothing behind me.
Don't spoil the illusion, Tim. Don't spoil it for
the illusion.
Illusion. Brilliant. So, gentlemen, let's talk about the news. Hopefully, some games we've been playing, really. Anyone been playing anything festive? Well, we'd hope, because it's Christmas, isn't it? Or has anyone been playing anything? Shall we go? Who'd like to go first? Damien, well done. What have you been playing then, Damien?
Every time. Well, to be fair, I've actually been playing a couple of those little web-based elf games. That they were quite amusing. I got stuck on one that took about an hour, maybe two of my life, where it's a case of you're a flying elf and you've just got to basically catch the presents and avoid anything else on the screen. Yeah, that's about the peak of that entertainment Christmas-wise. Other than that, I've actually been engrossed in some retro gaming and Syndicate. A little bit of RTS. Yeah, that's brilliant little game. Brilliant little game. That's been my go-to for the last week or so.
Nope,
how about yourself, Chris?
Well, you see, I thought, getting in all Christmas spirit, I'd looked at some lovely Christmas games to play, so obviously I could feed back to the viewers of what to do and everything. But then Tim mentioned Vampire Survivors, which it's got to be my game of the year, to be honest, because I played it loads at the start of the year, and I'd forgotten about it. I'm not going to go back to that because it's quite addictive. But then Tim mentioned it in a conversation, and I thought, I'll try it. Can I get it on my phone? You can get it on your phone. And I've just been.
I downloaded it on mine earlier.
I know it's great. I've just been there for hours playing it on my phone now, which is pretty bad. But it is a quality game, Vampire Survivors. Probably would have suited a Halloween episode rather than a Christmas one. But hey ho, you play what you play. And like I say, it is a quality game. I mean, it did win a BAFTA, I'm sure, this year. Didn't it win the BAFTA this year? Can anyone remember?
I have no idea. I'll be completely honest with you. I've never played it.
Oh, good God.
Oh, you're missing out.
You're missing out. It's very festive. Have a go at Christmas. That's what you want to do.
Christmas morning. That's what I'm doing.
Vampire Survivor. Honestly, you'll play 5 minutes and then time's gone.
In fairness, one of the weapons that you can get is a cross, and that sort of ties in slightly.
Yeah, I like where you're going there. There you go. Getting it somewhere. But yeah, I mean, if you've not played it, you literally all you need to do is walk around. You just auto fire and you kill lots of vampires. And it's quite addictive. It's one of them just on a loop. And before you know it, you're playing there 50 minutes, just killing stuff everywhere. And you feel like, I'm amazing. But yeah, it's a very good addictive game. And you can get it on your phone. Hooray.
Sold. Take my money.
Sold. Take your money. You can get it for free if you want an ad in it. It's great. Go for it. Download it now. But we're not sponsored by that game. Anyway, Tim, what else have you been playing?
Well, obviously Vampire Survivors, because it's the most Christmassy game of all.
I mean, it's got crosses in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got crosses in it. What more do you need?
No.
And garlic.
Garlic, yeah, that's festive.
Like a garlic Christmas cake or something.
Garlic chicken? Any garlic chicken?
Yeah, you can have garlic. Yeah.
Yep.
Garlic and lemon and herb. And it'd be lovely.
Oh, there you go. See? Very festive.
Although it has to be said that on several occasions now, you have to survive in Vampire Hunters for half an hour. And on several occasions now, I have got to 29 minutes and 59 seconds and died. Really annoying when that happens.
Yep.
Good.
But I don't know that I've really been playing much in the way of anything Christmassy. I did have a brief look at playing I Am Jesus Christ, which is available on Steam. There's a free prologue available on Steam at the moment. Quite a sizable download, 14.5 gig or thereabouts, something like that. But more what I've been doing is playing games that have got their little Christmas events going on. So, you know, a bit of GTA 5. It's always a nuisance this time of year with GTA 5 because they put snow all over the map, which makes everything really, really slippery, and it's really, really hard to drive around. So actually, around Christmas time is the time that I really don't want to play that game because you have no control over the cars.
No, you don't want realism like that, do you? You get away
No,
from
I want to be
being-
able to corner at high speed while the police are chasing me.
I know. You can have the snow, but not the realistic skidding. Come on, jeez.
Just slide it round the corners instead.
I'd slide it around the corners in the dry, but if you try and slide it around the corner in the snow, you just sort of do a 180 and end up waving at the police as they come at you.
Yeah,
Such is life.
That's not even in the game.
Nope. It's just an average weekend.
Just round town. Brilliant. So here's a new section that you may not have seen on our show before called World's Greatest Tech, or we might call it something ever better there. And we're going to try it out. But basically, the principle is I show the guys a little section of a bit of great tech, some tech in the world that we all need. Someone's invented going, it's such a good idea. And they've got to guess, if they can guess from the picture what it might be. But obviously, I'll give some options that it could be as well. And we're just going to have a look so we can see a great bit of tech, basically, in the world. Okay, guys, are you ready?
Born ready.
Born ready.
Always.
Right then, gentlemen, there's your image.
What in the bejesus is that? This is definitely tech, yeah?
It's a bit of
Definitely.
tech. Obviously, I've zoomed in on a part of it, so you know you've got to think it's zoomed in a bit.
It's one of them ninja fryers.
It's a ninja fryer. Okay, that's.
I was going to say I don't know what it is, but I was going to say it definitely looks like a handle because it has a flanged end, so that's designed to stop it from slipping out of your hand.
Yeah.
So it's something that will go in your hand. I'm pretty sure it's got to be something that goes in your hand.
God, he's a good detective at this, isn't he, Tim? Already, you think he's like already there?
Just doing a wild stab in the dark.
Wild stab. Well, let me give you some options that it could be.
Go on.
Okay, is it a fork that tells you that you've eaten too much to help you control your weight whilst eating a big meal, such as your Christmas dinner?
Strong contender.
Or is it a USB containing 5,000 images of Christmas trees around the world for you to have looping on your TV or computer whilst you enjoy your Christmas dinner?
That would be handy.
Or could it be part of a giant robotic Santa that single people can rent to have company on Christmas Day whilst they enjoy their Christmas dinner?
I'll take C, please. I think it's A. I think it's A.
I think it's based on the fact that I've already said it's got to be something that goes in your hand. And what goes in your hand better than a fork?
I was going to say a giant robotic
USB
Santa.
containing 5,000 images. Christmas trees. Palm of your
I'm
hand, mate.
Why would it need a flanged end unless it's a cap, and the flanging is to help you remove the cap? Oh, now I'm torn between A and
Could
B.
be sneaky.
What are you going with, Damien?
I'm going to go with A.
Right, I'll go with B just to make it interesting.
He's a good sport, isn't he? So you're going with A, you're going B. You're going to be disappointed if it's part of a giant robot. You win. I don't know, nothing. We could keep tally at some point.
I'll have bragging rights.
You'll have bragging rights. There you go.
I successfully identified a USB containing 5,000 images for Christmas trees.
You win that bauble in your background. You get to keep it for Christmas. All right, if you get the right answer.
Ooh,
that one there, yeah. All right, that's what you win.
Quite like this one.
No,
that one's pick one.
That one's already taken. Right,
that
okay.
More like a disco ball.
It does, doesn't it? So, you know, you could have it all year round, though, couldn't you? So that'd be better. Anyway, so Damien's going for A, a fork, and Tim's going for B, a USB. The answer I can reveal is it's a fork that tells you you've eaten too much to help you control your weight whilst eating a big meal, such as your Christmas dinner. So this is the Happy Fork. The Happy Fork was originally developed for clinical use to encourage slow eating with the aim of combating weight gain from hurried eating that some research suggests doesn't give the body the time it needs to feel full from more moderate food intake when you eat too much. This is a fork containing a host of electronics that times how long it takes you to eat a meal by knowing when the fork is lifted to the mouth and therefore the rate at which food is eaten. A 2-second press will turn it on with a single vibration and a blinking LED letting you know it's time to eat. The LED will blink at you frantically if a happy fork thinks you're eating too fast. And the fork can store up to 2 weeks of data depending on the number of fork servings recorded per meal, which can then be uploaded to the website and viewed to keep track of your eating, as well as using a lovely phone app. I mean, isn't that good?
I'd like to point out that the fork in this image does not have a flanged end.
Oh,
You and your flange.
It makes
You
me,
and your
make me,
flange.
it makes me angry. I like to see flanging.
There's clearly different models, so I do apologize if I did not get the correct model in each image, but there you go.
Weight Watchers, watch out.
Weight Watchers, watch out. Brilliant. And there we go. That was a brilliant example of the world's best tech. Christmas edition, a very festive one, I think. Something to help you eat your Christmas dinner there.
Dear Santa, I want one of those. Don't get me fat forks.
Don't get me.
I'd rather have a USB stick with 5,000 images of Christmas trees, frankly.
I'd rather have the robot Santa.
Actually, yeah, I'd rather
I'm
have
all
one.
alone.
Given the choice now. Is that what Damien wins?
Yes. Not gonna be on my own this Christmas. I got a friend.
Oh, well, I might just have to send someone wrapped in tinfoil around to you and claim it's a robot, all right?
Yeah, fine.
Tinfoil. What kind of gaming memories do you guys have from Christmas?
Right, my favourite Christmas memory. Obviously, I like getting games anyway at Christmas, don't we? Especially when you're younger, because usually you only got one game at Christmas, didn't you? One for your birthday, so you had to make them last. But let me take you back to early 90s, I think this was. Very early 90s, 1990, 1991. Someone will tell me, correct me when I say the game. Actually, in that summer, I did that great trick of I really wanted a Game Boy. So I'd call my parents during the summer or like start September going, can you get this Game Boy? I can have it for Christmas. You can get it me now. No, you don't need to buy me a Christmas gift because I'll have this Game Boy. Don't need to spend all that. I'll have that as my Christmas gift. And I went, okay, cool. So they bought me a Game Boy. So going up to Christmas, I wasn't really expecting anything because they're like, well, you've got this Game Boy. That's pretty much your Christmas gift. You're not getting anything. Okay, cool. And it was a couple of days before Christmas. We'd gone in to get, I think it was Dixon's or Curry's to go and get something for my sisters on event for Christmas presents because they were getting them. I just had a look in the game section and there at half price. So I was really excited because I thought it's only like £12 instead of £25, which obviously in today's money is like £5,000 compared to 10 grand or something, isn't it? It was a lot cheaper. They had the new Zelda game, Zelda's Link's Awakening, which I'd obviously seen all over the telly. And I don't know about you, I was one of them that we didn't have lots of money, so I always got really cheap games and everything. So I was really like, oh, this is like our price. I could probably afford it. Could I maybe have it? And they were really kind to me. Parents like, go on then, we'll get you that for Christmas, but you can't have it till Christmas Day. So, of course, on Christmas Day, I woke up really early, even though, because I just really wanted to play this game. Like, why are you bothered? Because you've already had your Christmas present. Your sisters aren't even up. They do it. But I'm like, I want this game. And I literally played it all day because it's absolutely awesome. Playing it handheld. And they're like, come down for dinner. I'm just in a dungeon somewhere, wouldn't it? So that was great. So I was really happy I got a brand new game and I can invest loads of hours into it because it's a great little RPG. But I still couldn't complete it because of stupid save at the end when I have no weapons. So.
Good times and sad times.
Good times and sad times. You know that scenario where you do say, right, it's the final boss, I'm going to save it. But then it glitched that I couldn't go back. I needed something. I'd left it, but I couldn't get out of the last dungeon. So you just stuck in the loops. You're like, well, I've saved over that last save. I always do this in games. So not technically finished it, but
nearly.
So I have games with like 1,000 saves because I never overwrite the previous one. But back in those days, you didn't have the choice.
No,
you had like one, maybe two saves, something like that.
I know, and you always saved over it, didn't you? And then you got stuck in bits like that. Free. It's free. Anyway, so there's my Christmas memory or gaming memory. What about you, Tim?
One of the best ones I ever had, of course, was I asked for and got. It was actually a package deal. It was a SNES with a copy of Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition. Yeah, you got to have the full title. It's not Street
Yeah.
Fighter 2 Turbo. No, it's Street Fighter 2 Turbo Championship Edition, which I absolutely adored. And played. Well, I don't actually remember the rest of that Christmas, obviously, because I just plugged that into the TV and that was me gone. In fact, I'm not entirely sure I remember much of the following year either. But that would be probably one of the best things that I ever had at Christmas. Now, you sort of triggered another memory, which kind of is Christmas. It's actually New Year's. Can we include a New Year memory? I think
Well,
it's
in the
all
festive
part of
period,
the season, isn't it? So
Yeah.
so I ended the year 2000 in a pub with my mate, well, with quite a lot of friends, but one specific friend, and he had a copy of Pokemon Red on the Game Boy, and I had a copy of Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy, and we sat there battling Pokemon on the year 2000 upstairs in a pub, just the two of us going away like that. Everybody else having a wonderful time, getting on with things. He and I just totally locked in on our game. We did actually go
Magical.
outside for the actual striking of midnight. We went outside and ran into lots and lots of other people. But for the most of that evening, yeah, we were just playing Pokemon. Bearing in mind that I was 20 years old at the time.
Pokemon and beer, good combo.
Yeah.
Well, technically, no, I was 19, but yeah, it was close enough to 20.
But that's the beauty of portable gaming, isn't it? Have it anywhere. Play with your friends.
What
Who's
a
saying
memory.
gaming isn't sociable? Do you know? Christ.
And who says I'm not fun when I go out?
I've done it. I've penetrated their defenses. Well, hello, boys. I've been waiting such a long time to meet you. Percy, set the thrusters to maximum. Saddle up, boys. This ride's about to get bumpy. See you soon.
Damien, it's your turn.
Well, mine goes all the way back to 1992. And it was the year of the release of Mortal Kombat, the home consoles. And I remember on release, it came out and I really, really wanted it. And it was a no because it was too violent, too nasty, too brutal. I was like, I'm not going to get it and play it. And then on Christmas morning, I remember opening up a rather sizable package from the grandparents. And inside that large, beautiful present, I opened up to reveal Mortal Kombat for the Sega Mega Drive with a 6-button pad.
I mean,
Mum and Dad weren't so happy. But for the rest of the day, all anybody heard throughout the house was "finish him," and it was that was one of the best Christmas memories I've got because, yeah, it was just beautiful. The scowling that was going on between parent and grandparent, even to the point where I even remember my grandma turning around and going, "If you don't stop it, I'll smack your bum and not his." And it was like, Nana's on my side.
Who was your character then?
Well, I like to jump between Sub-Zero and Scorpion.
No, that's fair.
One of those two just couldn't stop. I think it's just because they were ninjas. You know, back then you had ninja scooters and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, That was an
I
amazing
always went for
Christmas.
Raiden.
The bit that always got me with Raiden, you know, the bit where he flew across the screen.
Yeah.
Was it Alice smokes a big cigar, or what was he saying?
That I don't know.
Oh dear.
I can tell you what in Street Fighter 2 the characters are supposed to say when they do the dragon uppercut. You know, when Ken and Ryo do that,
Yeah.
it sounds like "Hudada book it," but what they're supposed to say, and it does say in the manual, is "Tatsumakatsen Pukayaku." Fun fact:
What's that mean?
I have no idea.
I'm doing an uppercut.
That's what they say.
I think I might actually have to correct you there, because Tatsumaki
Ooh, really?
Senpukiyako is the hurricane kick.
Oh, maybe it was that then.
The dragon punch.
But either way,
and
it still sounded like "Hudada book it."
yeah.
The other
Yeah,
one was just
I've got a
"Hadouken."
bogey. Yeah. How do, Ken?
How do, Ken?
Do Ken.
All right.
All right, yeah. So it's now that time of the show where we try and help a viewer with one of their problems, and they've sent us in a lovely letter to do that, as always. And it is a bit Christmas themed, helpfully, for our Christmas episode as well. So let's get into the problem and see if we can help. Good afternoon, slotted in there, chaps. I have a Christmas-related issue that I believe only you gentlemen can resolve. I've never really enjoyed Christmas and tire quickly of those with an overabundance of Christmas cheer. I run a small independent money lending business, and Christmas is one of the most profitable times of the year. In order to maximize my profits, I've been saving money by scrimping on office heating, which seems to have created at least one disgruntled employee. Despite his desire for office heating, he remains annoyingly optimistic and keeps wishing me a Merry Christmas rather than focusing on his job and bringing in those much needed profits. This has been further compounded by people knocking on my door and requesting donations for charity, and even my nephew, Fred, trying to persuade me to go to a Christmas party. Don't these people understand I'm busy making money at this time of year? To block out these frustrations, I relaxed by playing Phasmophobia, but recently I found even that to be annoying, especially the last 3 ghosts, which all forced me to learn some new lessons in the game. That aside, my question is this. Should I relent on my quest for higher profits, embrace Christmas cheer and turn on the office heating? Or should I redouble my efforts to make this the most profitable year ever? Yours, E. Scrooge. What do we think, guys? What do we think?
Tim.
Despite the cheer of the background that I have, I should probably not turn my head when I'm doing that. Despite the cheer of the background that I have, I'm not much of a Christmas spirited person. So you know what? I'm going to say make the money, because you know Christmas isn't cheap. Money's got to come from somewhere, so you might as well make your profits.
Fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. What about you, Damien?
Well, to be fair, if the office operative was working hard enough, it'd be warm enough without any heating. So it seems to me that maybe he's slacking a bit. And as you can tell by my Christmas cheer that I, game in and amongst, I'm definitely down for the profit.
Yeah. I mean, there is something to be said for that, isn't it? I mean, in today's society... Oh, go on,
I was going to say, the thing is, if he makes enough profit this year, next year, office party. Just saying.
There's that, yeah, there's that option there, isn't it? If there's more money for the company, it can be spread around, the joy. I mean, really, if it's cold in the office, you can work from home nowadays, surely. You're heating at home. I don't know. Or, as you know, your parents always tell you, put another jumper on.
Exactly.
But, there you go. We're all sounding very, against it. But really,
Christmas spirit.
But I'll tell you what then. So basically, Tim's going with that he should make efforts to redouble the profit. Is that what you're going for as well, David?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, well, I will go for the other option. Okay, come on, look after your employees and heat them up. Give them some heating. A cold worker is not a good worker, are they? So,
yeah, but if he doesn't make profit, they might not be able to run next year. So it's keeping him in a job. Which do you do?
But he might have died from hypothermia, and then he haven't got employees. I mean,
work harder.
Yeah, work harder, get warm.
Well, Well, we can't all pick the same thing anyway. I'm going to go. I'm going to go with a working man, working class. You know, you can stick up for profits over there, so that's fine. But anyway, to decide this, we need to, of course, play some games. That's the only way we know to decide these things. Who'd like to say what the game is that we're going to use to decide this time? Jim again.
So the game we chose in order to make this important decision was Die Hard 2, Die Harder, of course, which is a game that conveniently I've never played before. But the other two know a little bit more about it. However, we'll have to just get into the footage and actually find out who it is that got the highest score, because at this point, I don't think we know yet.
So we've gone and made a lovely montage here, a collection of all three of us went off and played it separately, and I've combined them all together for your enjoyment. And then at the end, we'll reveal who got the highest score and therefore who gets to choose whether the heating gets put on or it's profits overall. So let's take a look.
Die Harder. Oh, God. Right. So the other two guys, Damien and Chris, both had experience of playing this historically. Whether that was many years ago, more recently, I have no idea. But I have never played this before. One of the biggest problems I've found is that I play inverted. So with my mouse, if I'm moving my mouse in that direction, that would be looking down, and that's looking up. And it's the same on joysticks. So I'm pressing down to go down and up to go up.
Right, so we want to get the highest points possible. Okay, let's not shoot anyone until we need to shoot them.
Very Christmas. Oh, way up. Ooh, what's going on here? Ooh. Yeah, boy, ooh, get out there.
Why is the police go? There we go. There's a terrorist. Oh yeah.
Get out of my way!
You die. You die. Anybody else? Get out of the way, civilians.
Oh, God. Why is the camera moving so much? Immediately there goes up. There goes several people right away. I will be hitting people in the knees a lot because I'm trying to tip my aim up, and in fact it's going down.
Oops.
You die. Ooh, now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, I had a machine gun. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I want to go the other way. I've hit that guy.
Reload, reload.
So hard to aim with a joystick. Why did she die? I didn't hit her.
Oops.
Reload. Everybody dead. Oh, that was good shooting. Oh, not too good on the Colts half, but can't win them all.
Straight for the kneecaps. Every shot, kneecaps.
Everybody dead, Dave? Oh, you're not dead. Beretta. So many terrorists to shoot.
Okay, anything. Ooh, nice. Oh, yes. In the face.
My aim is so bad. Oh. This is, however hard you think this is, when you're a keyboard and mouse player, I swear it's 10 times harder. That's why they call it Die Harder, you know.
Take cover.
It's die harder to aim with a joystick.
Oops.
Oh, no. No, I don't re-aim now. Ooh. Oops. I was supposed to destroy the airport, right? Nobody liked this airport anyway.
Die. Ooh. Ooh, that'll hurt.
Oh, rockets. Aim.
Secret route. See, I'm destroying the scenery and nothing really happening. That'll get extra points, okay. Low ceiling. Come on, it's the high score we need.
Guns is good. Grenades is... Do grenades... Ooh, that's a grenade. Oh, okay. The grenades are quite effective.
Ooh, nearly.
Oh, doing good. It's not the lowest. Whoopsie. We were doing good until I shot a civilian.
Come on. Yeah, boy. In the face. In the face. No.
Oh, good. Nearly shot her. Oh, don't get in the way of my guns then. That's pretty much it. Oh, God.
Shot him in the foot. Every single one is like a baloney amputation.
Die, terrorists. Feel we're doing quite well. I'm not. Oh, I keep saying that. I shouldn't really say I'm doing well because as soon as I say I'm doing well, I shoot a civilian.
Get out of my way!
Oh.
Just nonchalantly walk in there, shall
Get
you?
out of my way!
Oopsie.
Any more? Oh. Don't shoot, but I must shoot because this is the aim of the game.
Oh, I wanted the shotgun. I wanted the shotgun.
Ooh, love. Head honcho. Oh God, someone's throwing a knife at me. Stop throwing knives at me.
Ah! Why don't these ones die? I'm drawing penises around them.
You head honcho, you can die. We dead. Let's kill all these guys. Everyone dead?
Why am I leaning?
Oh dear.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yippee-ki-yay! And that's the end. Okay, so we saw some great shooting there of civilians by some people. But, you know, we killed some bad guys as well, and we got the high score. Obviously, as you can imagine with the scores, and you probably see that if you do unfortunately shoot some civilians, your score does go down, which might have not been made some people who were playing the game aware of that issue. But there you go. We'll see. So anyway, gentlemen, shall we find out the scores?
Yes.
Here we go then. So in no particular order, I'll just say who's got what scores and we can see. Okay, are you ready? So, Damien, your final score for level 1 at Die Hard 2 was 580,600. Tim, your final score was 311,600.
Come on.
There were quite a few dead civilians, I feel, in that.
There were quite a few dead civilians when I did. Yeah.
So far, Damien's in the lead.
Got to shoot them all.
Got to shoot them all. However, I came out with a very mediocre score of 648,150.
Bloody Christmas cheer.
Because I didn't shoot any
humbug.
civilians. What can I say? I don't know. I mean,
You better have only had one try at that.
I only had one try. Yeah,
I call hacks.
Apple hacks. I mean, I don't know if I've hardly ever played this game, so never played it before. So
He probably plays it every week or every day.
I thought I'd done really well.
you had done really well, to be fair. It was pretty close, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was just pleased to make
Yeah,
it to
by
the end of the
100
first
grand.
level.
Tim just shot everything. And there's people
Pretty
here.
much.
I've got to say, everyone.
Well, there was one civilian that died, which I was aiming nowhere near. She you can
Just
see the
jumped in
vesicles
front of the
there,
bullet.
and she's over like about 2 inches across on the screen and just drops dead. Like what?
I must admit, the way that they've done the overlap between the enemy and the civilians, that it was almost perfect for being able to drag the actual reticle across and shoot. It was well paced for natural murder.
And I'll also point out, and I pointed it out in the video, is that I play inverted, and these controls are not right for me.
Here we go.
If I press down on a joystick, I want my vision to go up. That's the way I work.
I mean, I told you the bananas weren't ripe over in in the Caribbean,
Just
and that aubergine, that was well done.
and any of these excuses, please,
Excuses,
take one.
And that's the end of the episode. Once again, the end of our Christmas special. I hope it warmed you in some way and brought the festive spirit in at this lovely, magical time of year. And obviously, we've suggested some games that you might want to play if it's cold, which it is because it's winter. Get inside, play some games, all that lot on your phone, Vampire Survivors, all that jazz. Brilliant. Anything you'd like to add, guys? Damien?
Just Merry Christmas and enjoy the Christmas holidays, and hopefully we'll see you in the new year.
And Tim?
Bar humbug. Next time we get to pick a game that I know how to play.
It was a bit bitter. Ooh.
And I'm very bitter. blue
Very
screen of
bitter.
death.
Very bitter.
That's the end of the show. So until next time, the new year, when we're back for a new series, it's goodbye.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Kiss my ass.
Drop dead.
I'm going to leave that in.
I don't care.